BS, just straight bars. It's time to get to it. Let's get busy. Here it come.
Pull up on the spot, I'm ducking another op from another block until I give him a couple shots. When I hit the spot, we pulling up, it's something hot, showing up the rocks. I'm high chief just from the top, we can get it in though. Looking for your kinfolk, all these men in the bar, I'm wick with the pencil. Trying to smoke something, so at last, my last stash got me smoking out the window like I caught backdraft. No turning back, I'm earning scraps and learning that I've been fired with the pen like an inferno match. Send her up to the sky, thunderclouds hit me, show you the full gore with all killer instinct. Put him in a figure four, maybe he will listen more when I kick in the door.
What it is, man. Sorry, I gotta get my yogurt intake. You know, doctor wants me. Hey, yo. Doctor wants me to eat a little bit more yogurt. Excuse me. Just gonna get these out real quick. Sorry. Totally sorry. I got 2 comments already. Hey, Tiana. Hey, DBD. Hey, invite the group chat in here. Leave the comment section up. Yeah, all right. How have I been? Well, let's talk a little bit about it. So they gave me oxys at the hospital. I wrote a prescription for it. I wrote a prescription. Doctor wrote me his prescription for it. What happened was, I don't know if I told you guys, but my appendix was removed last Friday, like right before Bad Blood. So the Friday of Bad Blood, I wanted to be back in time and do the Bad Blood recap, which I said I was going to do. The doc I had my appendix removed because I had appendicitis. And what happened was I was heavily drugged up because the pain was immense. Hey, Nessa, good to see you. Pain was immense. It was intense. I'm sorry, it was intense. So they had drugged me up. I don't remember much. Like, if anybody's ever had surgery, they basically knock you out with anesthesia. When I woke up, because it felt like it happened a second, I remember they put me under this oxygen tube. I breathed in. But I'm assuming that's where the anesthesia went in. And I was just out. And all I remember was, like, I woke up and I was, like, kind of groggy, cobwebs in my head. And I looked down and, like, I had, like, marks over by my stomach and where my appendix was supposed to be. That had to be removed just because of the nature of my injury. I don't really know how I got appendicitis. I didn't know if I was on a poor diet, if I had not been drinking water enough. But we don't really know how it happens. It just happens. But one of the symptoms of having appendicitis is it starts off as if you're having the flu. That's one of the symptoms for it. It does start off like you're having the flu. So that was Wednesday that I did not feel good, so I had left work early. And then Thursday I called off because it went from me being nauseated to just my stomach just overall feeling terrible. And it was under my stomach, but it was on the right side. I tried to take medication. The medication wasn't doing anything. We had went out to eat to grab some pizza, and I just, like, my wife is kind of like yelling at me. My daughter's yelling at me, go to the hospital, go to the hospital. It can be very serious, very serious, very serious. So I was supposed to do a show Thursday with Marks with Mikes. I come on here and I tell them, hey, I gotta go to the hospital. So I go to the hospital, they do a CAT scan for me, and this is how I knew shit was getting serious. When they did the CAT scan for me, the doctor had come in and was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, we checked your CAT scan and it looks like you clearly have appendicitis, and we are going to send you to Akron General Hospital to get that removed. So you're going to have surgery and have your appendix taken out." Okay, this is all happening in real time, and this is kind of like, um, it's weird because uh, the thing about is it's very unpredictable for what exactly could happen. Um, with that, they and I had to wait. I was a transfer, so they also said, "Hey, if for any point in time that we have to save your life, would you consent to a blood transfusion?" Yeah, obviously, I don't want to die. My wife was very frantic about it, just because she was freaking out, because she always gets worried about one of her loved ones going through surgery, because there is a possibility that you will not come back or something could happen. So I never had that in my mind. I just felt like if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I don't think it'll be this way, but that we cannot predict the future. But it wasn't. They got me in quicker than I thought I was going to be. I thought, because I had went in at around 1 in the morning, and I was told my surgery was going to be at noon, but then I was told it was going to be at 5 p.m. Just because there were probably more important surgeries and to get out. So they gave me a mild hospital bed. And fast forward, everything went well, and he came to see me. Um, I'm not going to dwell in too much about it. I've just been kind of recovering, and I have to recover for the next 2 weeks. So my show may take a hit because of that. That's completely fine. I don't really care, because my life is way more important than podcasting. I will say that. There's not a lot of people in the show right now. Not a lot of viewers. I really don't care. NXT is on, so I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to go to bed, but I just wanted to stop by and say hello, make sure you were doing better. Yo, I really appreciate that, Tiana. Yeah, I'm doing good for the most part. I'm looking down at my incisions right now. I'm not going to show them because that would be weird. But actually, let me change the color of this, because I don't like this color anymore. Change this color. So, yeah, thank you for stopping by, man. Yeah, I'm just recovering, man. Like I said, send some prayers up, blessings, send them positive energy my way. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Yeah, that's ugly. We'll just stick with blue. It could have been much uglier. Luckily, I have some of the best doctors in the world, and I think all right. Let's just move on. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Thank you guys for your concern. Thank you for your positive energy. But we're going to get into the show, and I want to make sure that when we do this show, that we just kind of move things along. If you guys are watching NXT right now, we just got some news. I just got some news that we have a new NXT North American champion, and that is the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo, and he beat Obafemi. Did not expect that, but the way that they were pushing the story, I'm kind of glad for Tony D'Angelo, but I'm also glad for Obafemi, because that means he can go be NXT champion. So, and I think the way that they had him lose was the right way. Just caught off guard. He doesn't look weak and losing at all. Does not. Anyway, so let's talk about another Don who I actually interviewed, I want to say a couple weeks ago. And we got to talk about this man, Mr. AJ Francis, aka, if you know him, back in when he was in WWE, Top Dolla. Dude was a monster, man. Dude was a monster back in NXT, and I don't think Top Dolla got his credit at all. Another thing is that he's very responsible for the influence of what is going on between the wrestling and hip hop / battle rap culture. He wanted to bring that to NXT. He wanted to bring that to WWE. And I just find it kind of ironic that it's okay when John Cena does it, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's okay when John Cena brings the essence of battle rap to WWE. It's okay, R-Truth raps. It's okay. They've had plenty of rappers or rapper-esque gimmicks. For some reason, the hate that Top Dolla was getting, in not just in WWE but just in general, has been unwarranted. And that is really accustomed to how he's carried himself. Yes, absolutely. What I don't like about his exit from WWE was the unwarranted, like I said, hate that he was getting because of not just the incident with him falling over the top rope. But he already explained what that was, and that was something very serious. And all those people who had a lot to say about him, they still haven't apologized for their candor and how they treated him because of that situation. Well, I'm not really in the mood to discuss those people because they're useless to me and they're worthless. A lot of these fans, wrestling fans in general, just the IWC, they suck. The fans legitimately make wrestlers despise interacting with fans at times, just because people don't seem to know their place in the world. If you are not a fan of someone as an entertainer, I don't think that gives you the right to disrespect their craft and what they do. Because I know for a fact, if you were in front of that person, the words you say online, obviously you would never say if that person was in front of you, if there was nobody around, just you and that person, empty room, or in a dark alley. It would be a much different conversation. It wouldn't even be a conversation at all. But I wanted to talk about some of the influences that he has made over the course of his career, and we can pull up music, we can pull up a lot of things, but the essence of battle rap, the essence of just a rapper in general, he's not even a rapper, he's an artist. AJ Francis is an artist that when he dropped, I want to say it was OTA in 2016, 2017. He was already making waves even before he had stepped foot in WWE. A&E when he had made his move in WWE, he was already on TV way before WWE even came into the picture. He was already on TV with just being in the NFL. This man had played for multiple teams, and he didn't really get a fair shake in the NFL, which is almost similar to like how wrestling has gone for him, but now he's kind of taken destiny into his own hands. And because of him taking destiny into his own hands, I'd like to highlight some of the matches that I personally liked that he's been involved in. He had a moment at the Madison Square Garden with Hit Row and LA Knight, but the fact is that he was built for this business because he is somebody who understands psychology, and he is somebody who gets it. And he has ruffled many feathers along the way with the Young Bucks, Michael Cole, the internet wrestling community. And somebody like that who has that much hate towards them or vitriol towards that individual, you would expect them to fail. But he has not failed at all. If anything, he's been the reason that you see some of the stars of wrestling that are becoming more popular now. You know, a la Joe Hendry, a la Alex Kane. And to a degree, like, you know, he was very handy in the resurgence of Swerve Strickland. I think being a part of that group in Hit Row, he's made his claim as the guy who's just trying to see what's not on my watch. Yeah, like he's seen the vision for what he wanted, and he's made a lot of sacrifices. And some of those sacrifices just don't get acknowledged. They don't get acknowledged at all. It's ridiculous. I know for a fact that Top Dolla was one of the guys that I wanted to check out. Because I was like, oh, an artist that you know, that wrestles, has a hip hop background, an NFL background. I'm like, oh, this is a recipe for success because they have that pedigree. Wrestlers who come from a football pedigree, they're great fits for the business. They're great fits for the business. I know that watching him wrestle has been a treat for me. It's been a treat for me. It's been a treat for us fans because we finally can see what we didn't get to see in WWE or shades of that. And it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. It wasn't something that, and that's the part that really bothers me. It's like, we know this dude can wrestle. Clearly. And there's no reason why he shouldn't have been given the ball. And they let that one botch that he had that wasn't even his fault and go to, they just wrote him off. You know how many times Randy Orton has botched something? You know how many times Chris Jericho has botched something? You know how many times like LA Knight has botched AJ Styles? Like these guys who have an athletic background. The one time he botches, it's like a running joke, and I was sick of it because I'm like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it now. It was like, all right, let it go. And you know, the funny thing is that you got people like the Young Bucks, and you got people like a lot of the superstars in AEW. They botch all the time. You don't hear nothing. It bothers me to a degree. Like, I know that there are some problems that we face, but let's keep the same energy, and folks will not, and we obviously know why. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about Top Dollar. So when Top Dollar came into the business, I believe it was right around October 25th, 2018, when he had signed with WWE. But up until that time, he had not been on TV for WWE. He had what AEW wanted A&E wanted him shortly after on WWE's Most Treasured what Most Treasures, or what was that thing called? It was called Most Wanted Treasures. Sorry. Which this article that I'm looking at is from April of 2022, and according to AJ, that when he had this interview, WWE did not want him hosting because he had not debuted on TV yet. I don't know why that would be an issue, because it's a good way for people to get familiar with him. Like, what? What am I not seeing? Like, so what if he wasn't on TV? Who cares? Who cares? He should have been on TV a long time. Let's talk about some of the matches I do like from AJ. So I had interviewed him, and we had interviewed him, Marshall Mikes. We had interviewed AJ Francis, and we had talked about a couple of matches. One of the matches I did not get to talk to him about was this match with Alex Kane in MLW at Battle Riot 6. This was the Ritual Combat match that took place in Alex Kane's hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. Funny enough, where Bad Blood took place recently. I like this match. I thought it was a great match, that he played really well in this match with the build-up, because Teddy Long and Mark Henry were sitting on opposite sides of the throne that was at the top of the ramp, and to win, I believe you had to sit on the chair while the referee counted to 10. If your opponent could not get up or interrupt you being on the throne, the match was over. But I believe that the stipulation was, if AJ Francis did win, that the Bumaye Fight Club he would either, I believe, lead it, or it would be like he would lead Bumaye Fight Club, or it would align with First Class. That's what I remember. I could be wrong. But that was the stipulation. And the suplex assassin Alex Kane, he looked great. He sold a lot of the offense that AJ was giving him. AJ is just such a great heel. It's hard to a degree, when you're an average fan and you're invested in the show, it's hard not to hate AJ, because he makes you hate him, because he's just so tall, and he's just this big burly bear that just will tear you apart. And he has a terrifying build. He's not somebody you want to have a problem with. But another thing is he knows how to work a crowd. I think his crowd work is extremely underrated when we talk about what AJ Francis is capable of doing. He easily can get you to hate him. And it's different if there's a heel that you don't care about. But if you're someone who wants to boo him and you want to see him lose, that means he's doing his job above and beyond. Alex Kane and AJ Francis went at it. This was an excellent contest with a slow build, and Alex Kane ended up winning the match. However, the way that AJ Francis was moving around the ring was he looked a lot lighter, and he just looked a lot better in shape than a lot of people give him credit for. Which, if you think about it, in WWE, he had shown so many signs of athleticism that I think a lot of people don't really give him the credit for his athleticism. Not only that, they don't give him the credit for the fact that he had put so much emphasis on his character, and he had put a stamp on what he was doing. Like even this right here, right? Like, there's not too many wrestlers who can pull it off. I don't care if you say, oh, well, he's tall and he's big, he should be able to pull it off. There's not a lot of wrestlers who can handle that amount of weight on their bodies and on their knees. And he was able to do this on a nightly basis, knowing that his TV time he had to share with Hit Row, it was very limited. Well, as he's went to Impact, he's made that much of an impact in general. And with him making that much of an impact in TNA wrestling, he's helped bring in Joe Hendry. A lot of people have to understand wrestlers know how to make themselves, but they do make other stars. I mean, like come on. Top Dolla, AJ, he's made Joe Hendry. He made Joe Hendry look like a star on his debut. And he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to share any of those things with him. But this match with Alex Kane, again, I recommend you guys watch it. Battle Riot 6. It is on YouTube. MLW. It's Major League Wrestling. The Suplex Assassin versus AJ Francis, the Suge Knight of professional wrestling. It was a great contest. The Ritual Combat match was really good. I believe they also had another match prior to this in which AJ beat Alex Kane. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was I'll come back to it, but I do remember watching that match. I just don't remember the name of the event. Another match that I thought a lot of people need to go check out is this one. This was AJ Francis versus PCO at Slammiversary, which was recently this year. And that was for the Digital Media Championship. It was a great contest. I thought he wanted. I think AJ had said PCO was one of his favorite people to work with. I know that much because PCO had wrestled Bret Hart before, and I know you know how AJ feels about Bret Hart. That's one of his guys. PCO does not get a lot of credit either. I think the reason being is just because of his style of wrestling. But him, much like Abyss, was good at everything. And he was a great big man that he's a great big man that just gets it. And you feel for him. He can make you wince. He can make you feel every emotion. PCO is a really great competitor. Like I said, much like Abyss. Abyss was just a monster that never got his credit. Abyss never got his credit when he was in TNA. If we would have seen Abyss in WWE, there would have been a multitude of matches that he could have had that would have put him in the Hall of Fame. I would have loved to have seen like a 07 08, I'm sorry, a 09 Abyss versus a 01 Kane, or just like 06 Kane during that time, just because both of those gentlemen are big men who can work any style of match. And Abyss had great matches with Mick Foley, with Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles. He personified what the big man prototype was. And he, not only did he personify it, he elevated it. By him elevating what it was, you gotta give it up for him, because he was so good at everything that he did. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I could not believe it happened like that. Like, Abyss was undoubtedly the standard for what a big man should be, not just in TNA, but professional wrestling. Now, here's what I have to say. AJ Francis and PCO are revolutionizing that as well. The aura of the big man in TNA wrestling, when you got guys like Hammerstone, PCO, AJ, these guys are the equivalent of what we should be looking for in a big man in the wrestling business. And these two, they didn't know when to quit. They don't know when to quit. These two don't know when to quit. They're perfect for each other, because you can tell that they take scrutiny well, they take criticism well, but when they give back and they clap back at you, it's like you don't know how to handle it. PCO and AJ Francis at Slammiversary was a great match, despite anything that people felt about the ending. The ending was perfect in my opinion, but at the same time, this makes AJ Francis capable of wrestling those same people that you say he cannot wrestle against. He's done it time and time again. The problem is, when we watch AJ Francis wrestle, we are not fair to a lot of the things that he does, because they think every big man should be moving like 01 Kane and having the strength of like a 93 Yokozuna and have the explosiveness of a 07 Umaga, instead of appreciating the fact that AJ and PCO have their strengths and their weaknesses. And in this match, they covered up whatever weaknesses they had. It was a very watchable match. The kind of match that you can actually be proud of, between, like, it's better than Sid and Diesel. I'll tell you that much. It's better than Giant Gonzalez and The Undertaker. You wanted that Titan battle with these two. And I recommend everybody get TNA Plus. It should be on there. Definitely go watch it. It's definitely a match that I think more people need to cover. More people need to talk about when they talk about some of AJ Francis' best matches. Because another match that he did exceptional in, and I believe that match took place this year, was GCW. Look at me now. Let me make sure that was this year, because he wrestled Joey Janela. That was this year, right? It had to have been. Yeah, it was this year. GCW, Look at Me Now, AJ Francis versus Joey Janela. Classic. And I'm talking about this was the hardcore side of AJ Francis that we all need to see more. If they would have booked this version of AJ in WWE, he'd at least be United States champion right now. At least. I at least say that. Because he had the ring psychology. He has the awareness and the crowd control. I believe he had hit like an avalanche capture suplex through a pile of chairs on Joey Janela. When do you guys understand that he can do everything that your favorites can do? You have to watch the matches. You guys aren't watching the matches. You watch highlights. And that's the reason why a lot of these wrestlers don't respect the opinions of the IWC, because you guys aren't doing your homework. You follow trends. If the popular thing is to hate AJ Francis, you guys just ride the gravy train. That's not the kind of thing that I do. A lot of people understand that wrestling is all about telling a story, and it's an art form. Not many people can do it. I certainly don't think I can. But I wholeheartedly believe that in my mind, I am way more capable of going out there in that ring and putting on a 5-star match, way more than the people in the comments section who have so much to say about the people that we admire, that we cover, that we watch, and we talk about. Joey Janela has obviously a bad reputation in the eyes of a lot of the bookers, the promoters, and the fans. He's just really hard to like. But you find yourself in this match looking forward to seeing what these two actually do. Now, Joey Janela picked up the win, which I'm all for AJ Francis, like going to these different indie companies, but I kind of want to see him go on a run like how Matt Cardona did, where he just kept winning every championship in every promotion he went to. He had 10 belts? 10 fucking belts. Or more. I was like 8 or 10. I want to see AJ do that. He doesn't necessarily have to, but he's pretty much made it clear to a lot of you people that he's capable of doing every single thing that you think he can't do. Let's actually let's pull up some stuff. Let's actually pull up some of his music. So one of the other things he's really good at doing music. He's a really good rapper. He puts a lot of thought into what he says, and sometimes a lot of times you gotta rewind what he just said and be like, what the fuck did he just say? Even his diss for the Young Bucks, it was like, wow, like why did we not see this on TV? Why did we not see this on TV? Either way, let's pull up and listen to something. So this is from his OTA album. It's called Bust It Down. And I'm going to turn off the background music and we're going to play this. Let's take a listen.
Hey, don't stand by the stage if you ain't got no money. If she gon' bust it down, hey. Money going around, hey. And we need a pound, hey. That shit from the ground, hey. She gon' bust it down, hey. Money on the ground, hey. Me and my niggas all around, hey. And she gon' bust it down, hey. She gon' bust it down. She gon' bust it down. She gon' bust it down. She gon' bust it down, hey. She gon' bust it down. She gon' bust it down. She gon' bust it down, hey. You can catch me down in Miami. Sunday night, we in Tootsie's, Monday KOD. And you know we blowing gas, never stay on E. And these strippers stop, but they ass stay on beat. Then they come up to the table and they lay on me. Cause they know I got a brick of one, so they tryna trick her something. I won't never wife her, but she sure could be my mistress. So her tuition I covered like Slick Rick. And my nigga did a bid and he just got home. So my nigga need a bitch and you know we need a thick. So we on a pick six, then we go into the crib like we Dion in this bitch. Yes, check it. When I was on the Dolphins, man, I used to stay up in the office. Granny spent a day up in the office. Spent $100K up in the office. Had them kitties spraying like a faucet. And she gon' bust it down, hey. Money going around, hey.
It's a banger.
And we need a pound, hey. Oh, that shit from the ground, hey. Take your ass to the champagne. She gon' bust it down, hey. Money on the ground, hey. Me and my niggas all around. If you ain't spending no money, and she gon' bust it down, hey. She gon' bust it down. 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 Yeah, I came to see Katrina, came to see Sabrina, came to see Melina. Last time I was here, I think I love her, call her Susie. She put a Henny bottle in her booty, truly. Climbing up the pole and she dropped it to a split, but the Henny didn't slip and she never lost the grip. She opened it with no hands, doper than Lindsay Lohan. Shorty be going so ham, ain't fucking with a slow dance. Yeah, twerk it, baby, twerk it. I just wanna see you work it. Throw that ass up in a circle. Yeah, you hotter than a furnace. Yeah, you hotter than the surface of the sun. You the one, so you better show me some. We got 1,800 ones, and we gonna get some more. You know how the story goes, and you know how Frankie rolls. Call me Captain Spank a hoe. Damn, shorty, you the finest, higher than a fucking pilot. So we gonna make a show. And she gon' bust it down, hey. Money go around, hey. And we need a pound, hey. Oh, that shit from the ground, hey. She gon' bust it down, hey. Money on the ground, hey. Me and my niggas all around, hey. And she gon' bust it down, hey.
Wow. All right. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was a vibe. That was legitimately a vibe. Like, what? Come on, bro. Hold on, bro. Like, that was a vibe. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like that. I liked that. I legitimately fucked with that. That was dope. That was dope. So, let me share my screen again. Let's go to this YouTube channel. Let's play. We're gonna play one more video from Mr. AJ Francis. Let's see what we got here. This one's a music video, so we're gonna watch it. Obviously, I ain't doing it so he can come on my stream. He does not have to be here, and I prefer him to just do what he's doing. All right, so we got this one right here called hashtag. So let's check this one out before we get a little bit more into AJ. Wrap up the show. All right, let's play this one.
It's 6:45, gotta thank God that I'm still alive. He know how I'm filled with pride. He know how I feel inside. They say he knows your heart, so he knows my daughter, and he knows my wife, and he knows they both my life. They the reason why even when I get stressed, I push through like a bench press. What more I need? Kiss him on the cheek before I leave. Then I'm out the door, first job at 8, next one at 4. And my manager's younger than me, cause I never finished up my college degree. At 20, thought I'd go to the league. Then I turned 21, blew out my knee. Thought my school would look out for me, but they never called a scout for me. Turns out everybody doubted me, and now I work hourly for some business that don't provide benefits. And my daughter need insulin, so now I'm going 66 in a 45 just to get to work on time. Rear view, red light, blue light, so I pull to the right. Trying to make it out alive, keys on the dash, windows down. He steps out the car, I pray he brown, but he's white, fuck he's white. License and registration, gather up my information. Hope to God that he's patient. Sorry, officer, I was racing. Let me guess, you gotta get to work by 8. Honestly, I was running late, and this week is really important, so he let me get off with just a warning. I'm surprised that never works out like that. Still gotta get to work fast, and my boss is mad, and it's 8:03. Wanna beat his punk ass, but it's payday C, and it's hard to be mad. Direct deposit hits, and you see that it is just 3 stacks, even though that's just pre-tax. A month worth of bills and some weed bags. All the stress, yeah, I need that. Get higher than a seat back tray. Damn near every day. It's 2:58. I'm about to leave. My manager says he needs to talk to me. You've been late one too many times, cost one too many dimes since the day you were hired. So I'm sad to say that you're fired. What the fuck you mean I'm fired? I'm the only one here inspired. Please get silent, don't get violent. So I packed my shit and leave. Thought we was.
Hey, his boss looks like Jey Uso. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if it was intentional, but I just wanted to say that.
Thick as thieves, young nigga bought my weed. How he gonna fire me? How you gonna fire me? Fuck. It's 3:45, just got to my other work on time. Shit going through my mind, how my daughter gonna survive? And the boss again. As soon as she see my face, I'm like, fuck, what this bitch gonna say? She starts off with, how is the family? Said that she has some big plans for me. How would you like a promotion? In my mind, I'm like, oh shit. But there's a catch that goes with it. I gotta fuck her in the office, and the thought of it made me nauseous and cautious and conscious of the consequence. Had to think it over. It was foreskin or foreclosure, and I still wasn't so sure. First and last time, I'm ashamed of myself, but America's the land of the wealth, and my daughter needs meds, so I'm praying for her health. And with that raise, only work once a day. There's more time to play with Renee. Tomorrow she's 8. Gotta shop for a birthday. In the worst way. It's 10:45. Thank God I got to leave work on time. Toy store closes at 11, so I gotta speed every second. It's 10:57. Gotta thank heavens. Cops didn't see me. That's a blessing. Walk up to the store and I'm so shocked because the goddamn door's locked. So I knock on the door and I yell, "Hey, I just need one toy." I know they can hear me, but they just ignore. So I bang a little louder, get a little sour, cause they close before the hour. Trying to be a paying customer, they won't allow it. So I bang a little louder. Somebody better come to this door, don't be a fucking coward. Now it's 11:04. A woman comes up and she says we're closed. I say no shit, but I pulled up at 10:56. Look, I'm sorry, my daughter turns 8 tomorrow. We open at 8 tomorrow. Now I'm filled with sorrow. I walk back to my car, bruh. I'll come back in the AM. There's a cop parked reading my plates in. He says, "Boy, this parking lot's closed." I said, "I'm not your boy, I know. This parking lot's closed. That's why I'm trying to get going." He said, "Oh, you got a smart mouth." "No, I'm just not your boy, pal." License and registration, reach for my information. It's in my pocket, he shot me. He reached for his waistband, shot me in the kidneys. I try to run, stop resisting. Now the world gets cold. I think about my wife and daughter at home. I didn't want to be a bad dad, and now I'm just a hashtag. I said, now I'm just a hashtag. I said, I'm just another hashtag. Now I'm just a hashtag. Yeah, I'm just another hashtag.
The phone, yeah, always. Damn, that took a turn.
Broadway all day.
Yo, that took a turn for the.
First off, I just want to thank God,
Well,
cause he helped me beat odds. At 12, could've got shot by a dumbass white cop. Rest in peace, Pops. Wish you could've seen me shine, but he got to see me grind, and he knew that the world was mine. Like Tony, bitch. Never push white like Tony did. Used to wanna bone a bony bitch. Now that bitch got a wishbone to pick. Yeah, this flow is sick. About to go dumb like 40 did. Trying to get paid like Tory did. Sonning these niggas like Maury did. Leave him in the orphanage, eating porridges and chorus shit. But I'm fortunate, so 46% of my checks gone and I'm fortunate. Yeah, the kid blew cash like 100 face. Blew my first 100K in 100 days. Niggas say how when I say 100 ways. If I think about it now, it was 20 days. That was a few mil ago. I'm a hothead, Bam Bam Bigelow. The incognito Negro, all you can see like a peephole. From the underground like a sinkhole. Shorty buttoned up like a peacoat. With a fat ass and a deep throat. Shooters on my line like a free throw. Pray I don't need those. So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. So many checks every week. Many checks, nigga. So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. Call Manny Fresh. I'm big time and I'm next, nigga. So very blessed. I am so very blessed. I am so very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. Call Manny Fresh. I'm big time and I'm next, nigga. Second off, I just want to thank God, cause I never had to flip rocks. Contract like Chris Rock. Everybody hate what I got. That's money and talent. A crib by a lake, eating big steaks and salads. A crew full of niggas with a chemical imbalance that'll die today before they ever started ratting. I really wanna let you know. Stack lettuce with carrots, that's vegetables. 10 down, fuck 12, don't need extra toes. Keep a burner just to make sure we got extra toast. Yeah, this beat's a ghost. Now I'm really about to go and do the most. Killing this shit worse than the first verse. And the worst hurts cause the first verse was rehearsed, but the first verse wasn't first. And I'm sure that these niggas heard worse cause they had a skirt. And these niggas just curse. Every verse gets worse. Now I'm going berserk. Yeah, some niggas got work. And I don't mean a 9 to 5. I mean pushing weight like a bench press. That's why niggas been stressed on the fence board like a Pinterest. Send them up with a dot on their head. Can't wait to put a dot on their head. And they started out selling reg. That's enough to keep them on the edge. So I pray every night in the bed. Pray their kids have a 4.3. And now I have to run a 4.3. And their dad's still free. And they get to see 18. I'm so very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. So many checks every week. Many checks, nigga. So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. Call Manny Fresh. I'm big time and I'm next, nigga. So very blessed. I am so very blessed. I am so very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. Call Manny Fresh. I'm big time and I'm next, nigga.
Ooh. Yo, hold on, bro. Let me pull that back. Let me pull that one verse back.
Big steaks and salads, cause I never had second off. And I'm next, nigga. Second off, I just wanna thank God, cause I never had to flip rocks. Contract like Chris Rock. Everybody hate what I got. That's money and talent. A crib by a lake, eating big steaks and salads. A crew full of niggas with a chemical imbalance that'll die today before they ever started ratting. I really wanna let you know. Stack lettuce with carrots, that's vegetables. 10 down, fuck 12, don't need extra toes. Keep a burner just to make sure we got extra toast. Yeah, this beat's a ghost. Now I'm really about to go and do the most. Killing this shit worse than the first verse. And the worst hurts cause the first verse was rehearsed, but the first verse wasn't first. And I'm sure that these niggas heard worse cause they had a skirt. And these niggas just curse. Every verse gets worse. Now I'm going berserk. Yeah, some niggas got
One more time, bro.
next, nigga. Second off, I just wanna thank God, cause I never had to flip rocks. Contract like Chris Rock. Everybody hate what I got. That's money and talent. A crib by a lake, eating big steaks and salads. A crew full of niggas with a chemical imbalance that'll die today before they ever started ratting. I really wanna let you know. Stack lettuce with carrots, that's vegetables. 10 down, fuck 12, don't need extra toes. Keep a burner just to make sure we got extra toast. Yeah, this beat's a ghost. Now I'm really about to go and do the most. Killing this shit worse than the first verse. And the worst hurts cause the first verse was rehearsed, but the first verse wasn't first. And I'm sure that these niggas heard worse cause they had a skirt. And these niggas just Every verse gets worse. Now I'm going berserk. Yeah, some niggas got work. And I don't mean a 9 to 5. I mean pushing weight like a bench press. That's why niggas been stressed on the fence board like a Pinterest. Send them up with a dot on their head. Can't wait to put a dot on their head. And they started out selling reg. That's enough to keep them on the edge. So I pray every night in the bed. Pray their kids have a 4.3. And now I have to run a 4.3. And their dad's still free. And they get to see 18. So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. So many checks.
Hold on, I'm gonna do this one time.
So very blessed. I am so very blessed.
I gotta do this one time. Just for, even if Dolla never sees this, I gotta do this. Hold on.
Second off, I just want to thank God, because I never had to flip rocks. Contract like Chris Rock. Everybody hate what I got. That's money and talent. A crib by a lake, eating big steaks and salads. A crew full of niggas with equal imbalance that'll die today before they ever started ratting. I really want to let you know. Stack lettuce, wear carrots, that's vegetables. 10 down, fuck 12, don't need extra toes. Keep a burner just to make sure we got extra toast. Yeah, this beat's a ghost. Now I'm really about to go and do the most. Killing this shit worse than the first verse. And the worst hurts because the first verse was the first. The first verse was the first. And I'm sure that these niggas heard worse because they add a skirt. And these niggas just curse. Every verse gets worse. Now I'm going berserk. Yeah, some niggas got work. And I don't mean a 9 to 5. I mean pushing weight like a bench press. That's why niggas been stressed on the fence board like a Pinterest. Come up with a dot on their head. Can't wait to put a dot on their head. They started out selling reg. That's enough to keep them on the edge. So I pray every night in the bed. Pray their kids have a 4.3. And now I have to run a 4.3. And their dad's still free. And they get to see 18. So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. So many checks every week. Many checks, nigga. So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. Call Manny Fresh. I'm big time and I'm next, nigga. So very blessed. I am so very blessed.
Sorry.
So very blessed. I am so very blessed, nigga. Call Manny Fresh. I'm big time and I'm next, nigga. And shepherds we shall be. For thee, my Lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand. My feet may swiftly carry out thy command. And flow a river forth to thee. And teeming with our souls shall it ever be. In nomine Patri, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Yeah, that's out of the three, that's the best one. And this one was 6 years old.
Money is a partial blessing. It is a blessing, but silver and gold belongs to God, the Bible declares. But it is a partial blessing. It is a sign of what God wants to give you. Money is not everything. It is not the ultimate. When God gives you money, He gives you, I'm going to give you this money so that I can give you something better than this. This is just a sign of what I want to give you.
Yeah, nah, that's top dog shit right there. Yeah, that's top dog shit right there. Nah, that was that. I believe that was his favorite song off of the OTA album anyway. I totally forgot about Bless because I listened to the album a while back. I've been listening to a lot of his music, and that's one of his best songs. So in the order of like what I thought was his best songs that we just listened to was I'd say Bless, Bust It Down, and Hashtag. Wasn't nothing really wrong with Hashtag, but message was dark. But I was feeling Busted Down and Blessed a little bit more. Yo, Blessed should have been his entrance music. Like, I would have been cool with that. I think yeah. The thing is that the songs that he did with Hit Row, I think they recorded at his house, in his studio. And he's got an album with Montez Ford on the way. So there's always something to look forward to with him. He's always putting out good content, and he's always keeping himself busy. Man, he's really he's always putting out good content. I will say that. He is. I'll say that. It's just this shit was. Oh no. So Javon Evans lost to Randy Orton, and the RKO was botched. God damn it. Fuck. Damn. Damn. Fuck. Oh no. See, I was just talking about how the greats botched too. They did too much. Fuck. God damn it. I ain't want to look at this shit, man. It's like, yeah. So, AJ, if you do get a chance to look at this episode, like everything we talked about, with coupled with the fact that another thing is that he's going to be doing this October 13th, which should be this Saturday. Is it this Saturday or is it Sunday? It's Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm excited for this card, but y'all know what I'm about to say. I need to be on one of these cards. I need to be on one of these cards. I ain't trying to start nothing. That I said added to your podcast. AJ is battling the Saga on October 13th, all wrestling bars. The card is Chess versus Tay-Rock, the Saga versus AJ Francis, See the Dropout versus Cortez, and Osiris versus Lady Caution. Let me just say this. I don't have a problem with there being a battle rap wrestling card. But as somebody who has done this longer than all of them, and I mean all of them, these people just started doing wrestling bars. I've been doing it since 2007. I wasn't the first one to do it, but I was the one who made it popular, okay? I don't care what anybody else thinks. I need to be on these type of cards because the fact of the matter is you know what? Never mind. AJ Francis is battling the Saga on this card. I am excited to see what he's going to do against the Saga. Now, if I could be honest real quick, we talked to Top Dolla, he had explained that he does this on a daily basis. Like, he has like a bunch of disses, and honestly, I can't knock him for getting into the squared circle, just because the realm of battle rap is interesting. That's all I'll say. It's an interesting take. And he's always innovating. He's always doing something different. With him battling the saga, like he's putting the essence of wrestling back into battle rap, because as much as I love these people, like, I want that for me, just because I know that these people are very talented battle rappers. But when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to references, when it comes to overall just using shit that has not been used before, I need to be one of those people that's in that circle, because this is what I specialize in. I'm the wrestling bar guy, the wrestle rap god, the wrestling bar king, and now I see Tay-Rock saying that he's the wrestler. Listen, I would put my whole life savings up against anybody who thinks they can make deeper, better wrestling references than me. That's how I personally feel. And the interview with AJ Francis that we had, he has taught me to believe in my ability, even when everyone else has scrutinized me. I see a lot of AJ Francis in myself, because I've been influential. I've been the kind of person that, hold on, let me turn this fucking music off, because I get passionate about this shit. I get so sick and tired of these fucking battle rappers that make the same fucking wrestling references multiple fucking times in a battle, and the fans that cheer for it. It's not somebody that I'm upset or envious. It's just the fact that there are, you guys don't do your fucking history. And that's just the simple fact about it. And you just started watching wrestling. You just started becoming a fan. Don't sit there and say, oh, I've been watching it for a long time. Show me the references. Because anybody can take the popular wrestlers and put them in a round. Y'all just started watching, and there's no problem with that. But the fact of the matter is there has been a long line of us who have laid the foundation for events like this to be made. And I'm definitely one of those people. When wrestling was being vilified and hated and looked down upon, like, what? You know, why are you rapping about wrestling all the time? When I was doing it, yeah. They were like, yo, stop doing the wrestling bars. No. And now it's become the cool thing to do. The fact of the matter is, day in and day out, I am the best one at it. And I don't care how many times that you use a gun reference with a wrestling reference, you're not going to be better. You can't be, because you rap about the same shit day in and day out. Congratulations. You finally got a bunch of people who actually know what they're talking about on a card. But the main person who needs to be on that card is me. For the simple fact, let me put it like this. If I go and we watch one of the battles, I can predict everything that's going to come out of that person's mouth before they even say it. I can write down the references. You don't watch the shows. You just started watching. It wasn't a thing back then. When Tay-Rock and Sue Surf did their wrestling scheme back in 2013, I believe, 2013 or 2013 or 2015. Not sure. I want to say 2015. Not one wrestling reference about what was currently going on in 2015. All you rapped about was 90s WWE and WCW. No ECW shit, no New Japan shit, no Ring of Honor. No. Great scheme for casual fans. But for hardcore people like me, I did much better. I did a pay-per-view scheme in 2017, and then Chess turns around and does the exact same thing. Am I saying I'm better than them when it comes to wrestling bars only? Yes, I am. And I'll put any amount of money up against anybody who thinks they do it better. Oh, by the way, you don't get to use the same shit that everybody else gets to say. Let's see your actual brain work. That's the problem, is that we champion these people for putting just, the popular people. So the popular people and the casual people are going to rap about I don't want to hear that. I want to hear stuff that's actually good. Stuff that's actually new. Rap about the stuff that actually make it viral. It don't work to me. It doesn't work. And I'm not hating. It's just that the Halloween Havoc event that the Attitude Era podcast did, that was great. That was great for the culture. Do I think I should have been on it? Of course. I'm the only person who does wrestling bars using old, new, current. I ain't heard one battle rapper rap about anything from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And if it is, it's somebody that nobody gives a lot of credit to, right? All you're going to hear is Stone Cold, Undertaker, Rock, Jake Kane, Triple H. It's the same stuff. Stop rapping about them. Owen Hart, stop rapping about that. Tay-Rock finally did a scheme at the Massacre event in King of the Dot. That was original. I want to hear more of that. I don't want to hear no drugged. Stop rapping about drugs and making them about wrestlers. Be creative. Be innovative. Like, I don't know. I get it I go kind of left field with it, right? When I battled some of the people that I've battled, I always make a wrestling reference and make it something that nobody has ever said before. I guarantee you, when we looked up the wrestling bars compilation, you know how many people said the same shit over and over? I get tired of hearing Owen Hart this, Owen Hart, you're gonna die like Owen Hart, you're gonna die like Owen Hart, you're gonna die like. You guys suck at making wrestling references because they're casual. Stop fucking being casual. If you're gonna rap about wrestling, do it right. Stop rapping about the same shit over and over and over. It's tiring. It sucks. It's garbage. Stop fucking doing it. Be original. Watch the shows. I don't want to hear the same shit over and over and over. It's infuriating because these are the people that we keep giving a platform to, and they rap about the same goddamn shit every fucking time. And I got to sit there. People are sending it to me. What do you think about that? It's the same shit. And people get mad at me when I say, it's the same shit. I've already heard this before. Oh, you're just hating. I'm not hating. It's being realistic. It's literally realistic. These niggas don't watch wrestling enough. They don't. Yo, grab every battle rapper on this card, minus AJ Francis. Grab every battle rapper on this card, and I say, "Yo, tell me whose finisher is this?" I'm going to say a name of a finisher. Tell me who it is. Tiger Driver 91. Bet nobody knows. Cattle mutilation. Bet nobody knows. Let me hear some bars about that. Let me hear some bars about that. What's the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 9? Let me hear some AEW bars. All y'all niggas watch is WWE. Y'all are not wrestling fans. Y'all are WWE fans rapping about WWE. And that's fine, but don't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm the king of wrestling bars." What's MLW? Give me a match from MLW. Name me 5 MLW matches. Give me 5 New Japan Pro Wrestling matches. Give me 5 matches from Noah. Give me 5 matches from Georgia Championship Wrestling. Where did Bret Hart come from? Let me hear some bars about that. No, you rap about the same shit over and over and over and over. Let me pull this shit up. Because AJ is going to turn battle rap upside down. Watch this. Because we've already done this. I get tired of seeing this shit. Get tired of, I'm going to talk my shit because this is how I feel. As someone who watched, all right, let's just pick this one.
Number 4, we got a legendary battle rap between 2 legends, Shotty Horror and Arsenal.
This battle was not good.
Some of you guys that know the grudge match between these and Arsenal and Americans, I need to listen to it like 5 times still.
I get it. You was at KOTD with those white boys, so you was on that knowledge shit. Well, you could have got this one-ton bomb instead of doing that Jeff Hardy flip. Speaking of wrestling, if this was a match, he'd probably tap. I would use the crippler to cripple the crip. We was meant to be in Massachusetts. I would have had
Boston Crab.
to use the Boston Crab. Boston Crab. Put your wood.
Seriously. It's not hard to decipher. He's a crip, and you're calling him a crab, and you guys shut.
We're in King of the Dog, so put your money where your mouth is. Let's Ted DiBiase that. I brought some hammers to the dance. Check these Tatonka straps. Shit, Brody. Go Mick Foley. Try sucking man and popping cans like an Austin match.
Yeah. This is what I'll be talking about. Let's look at this one. Hopefully this one's good.
Punch for punch, I go so insane. Even your family will know this pain. They'll see your blood.
He's going to say something about Roman Reigns.
Lying on the floor like Roman Reigns.
This is my boy Fifth Spirit though, so I ain't even going. He's good.
And I ain't talking Greco-Roman. I ain't talking Greco-Roman if we wrestle styles. We can take it to the extreme. If that's what you about, then the weapons come out. Ozzy Osbourne. Fuck around and catch your back to the mouth.
That's dope.
Thought you was beating me. Thought you was beating me. Nigga, please. Your mama must have dropped you on your head like a DDT. Please believe. Get it beat. Please believe. Get it beat by the pin will be the outcome. TNA. Y'all think this is a styles clash, but I'm really the phenomenal one. You battle Zoe?
Yeah, that was all right.
Number 4, we got a legendary.
The street life can cost you dearly. I got time I had to wrestle with my thoughts like Austin Theory. Hey.
What? I had to wrestle with my thoughts like Austin. What? Did Austin Theory wrestle a thought?
Wrestle with my thoughts like Austin Theory. Hey, I can't trust the soul. Hey, I can't trust the soul. I got days I can only talk to Siri. You can't relate. You can't relate. He thought shit was sweet because the boy is humble.
Royal Rumble.
With the extension. 30 over the top like the Royal Rumble. I come from the jungle. I'm just the closest thing to it. Headshot got his brains oozing. You see the flame before you hit
Kane music.
the sound like Kane music. I'm from the gang, stupid. Talk to him.
Number 4, we got.
Yeah, see, this is what I be talking about. Like, this, I had to wrestle with my thoughts. Like, I don't understand that bar. When did Austin? This is the shit I be talking about, man. I'm not hating. This is just as somebody who specializes in wrestling bars. Can we do this shit right? This man said I wrestle with my thoughts like Austin. That literally makes no fucking sense. Come on, Geechee. Another 30 over the top like the. That's great. But that Austin Theory book, nah, that was no. Everything else, good. That Austin, don't do that again. I'm gonna start critiquing wrestling bars, and it's not coming off as hate because I know y'all can write better than that, but you can't just be saying you picked a random wrestler and threw him in your rhyme scheme. That's not ability. That's not skill. That's not skillful. You got to do better than that. He said, I used to wrestle with my thoughts. What are you talking about? There's not even a situation where he wrestled with his own thoughts. You could have said wrestled with my thoughts like Bray Wyatt. And that would have made way more sense than Austin Theory. You don't even know what you're talking about. This is what I've been talking about. You just cannot sit here and have these popular people just come up here and just say a bunch of bullshit. And then, like, come on, bro. Wrestle. I have never seen this battle, so I don't even know who he said it to. I'm not being a hater. It's just like, I got to see another one because there's no way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Let's look at another one. Because I'm not going back and watching Shoddy Horror. I understand he likes wrestling, but he literally does everything that I don't like. He just great battle rapper, but you need to stop rapping about wrestling because it's just the same shit everybody else has said.
Epic.
Yeah, this was good.
Saga and Ryder, where the Saga delivered a memorable battle rap. I don't even know Ryder. Saga versus Ryder.
Big Cap, Don Marino, heavy sombrero. He lacked knowledge. I bet he a scarecrow. Something deadly at Edo. If it ring, get low, Ryder. Eddie go
That was good, but I think there was wasn't that good. But it was a name flip, so that is probably the best part of it. Honestly, I think that one was deserved. So you know what? That's fine.
If you guys think I missed out any wrestling references within battle rap, make sure you comment down below and we'll be able to.
You a dead man. You want to think I'm funny?
This is actually a good one.
Something.
Now tell what's going on, man. She looks like the Undertaker coming.
It's the fucking hat every time. That one was deserved.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ike Des, man. I got a little quick video for y'all, man. It's a little treat, man. It's on battle rap.
They said he'd be a challenge. Who? RK? Oh, it just came out of nowhere.
Hold up.
Said he'd be a challenge. Who? RK? Oh, it just came out of nowhere.
Hold up.
I rest my case. What the fuck was that? Let's listen to this Top Dollar Young Bucks diss. Somebody who actually can rap.
Hero, the new G Unit. Now, if it's one thing my nana taught me is that a hit dog will holler. Top Dollar. Wait, oh y'all mad, huh? Talking down on Top Dollar, y'all down bad, huh? See, y'all done went and got your sneakers in a twist. I'm like COVID, you don't want it. See, I'm sicker when I spit. Nah, let me get this out in the open. I'm putting everybody in the damn game on notice. I ain't say nobody name, but Top Dollar was trending all damn day. So what that say? They thought they set a heavy trap like it's back day. Yeah, you got your penny for your thoughts, this is back pay. When you're actually great, homie, you don't have to act great. In real life, y'all 5'8", that's why you act fake. I'm from where we smell the fake on you. In Squid Games, I would punch you in your face for marbles. They may say that he lost his marbles, but I got tunnel vision like I'm sitting in a carpool. And my carpools never tunnel, my pen works in abundance. A decade getting money, homie, you don't really want it. It's clear that validation is all that you covet. Sending fake witch hunts with your peoples like in a coven. Frankie baby hotter than an oven. You know who I'm talking to, dog, Muhammad and McLovin. I mean, it's clear to see the boy's super bad. I'll son you and all your mans. I'm a super dad. I grew up on free lunch. Yeah, the food was bad, but it was eat or not eat, so I made do with that. And the game is still the same. When you talk that on my name, realize not is hotter than a flame. Recognize who you talking to, homeboy. I'm not one of these average run-of-the-mill everyday Joes. You talk about me, you better be able to back it up. Cause I'm coming straight at your dome top. You heard what I'm saying?
Here's the problem, is that he got hated on and vilified for responding to the Young Bucks like that. And I was like, shit came up. Like, he was definitely yeah, he was spitting. Definitely spitting. But overall, like, and here's the thing. This is why I need to be more humble about some things. But like how I feel in about people being on this card, it doesn't mean that I hate them. These are talented people. All of them, including AJ, for instance. I don't have a problem with him being on the card. I don't have a problem with nobody being on the card. What I have a problem with is, as someone who's been in the culture longer than probably all of these people on the card, minus Tay-Rock, you guys have a job to do. You guys have, if you're going to do wrestling bars, do them right. That's all I ask. Don't rap about the same stuff, please. Rap about NXT. I want to see bars about Roxanne Perez, Frazier, and Action. Like, I want to, if you're a fan of pro wrestling, rap about all of pro wrestling. If you're just a fan of WWE, then put WWE bars only on the card. That's my problem, is that I hear the same stuff every single time. I hear thousands of references of the same shit. Do better. And the battles that they have put out, they're getting there. Yeah, it's up there. You know, Sheed Happens had a great performance. Danny, same thing. Chess, DNA. But my thing is, these wrestlers probably would like to hear some of the stuff about them. And if all you're rapping about is the same thing over and over, it gets really hard. Like, I'm not excited for Cortez's performance. I have a lot of doubt in my mind about what he'll do. I think See the Dropout is going to body him because Cortez doesn't really watch wrestling. He doesn't, so he can stop pretending like he does. I think DNA just wanted Cortez involved just because it gives some more star power to Z. But Z is going to body him. Osiris and Lady Caution. Lady Caution and Tay-Rock. And those two need to do a 2-on-2 as far as wrestling is concerned. But I don't think. Who do I have winning this between Osiris and Lady Caution? I'm familiar with both of them, but I'm going to give it to Lady Caution. I got Z the Dropout winning. AJ Francis and the Saga, that can go either way. I'd like to see what AJ does, but the Saga is more battle tested. But I'm not counting AJ Francis out. Chess versus Tay-Rock, I think that'll be a tie. Both of those dudes started all of a sudden watching wrestling a little bit more, which is fine. I'm not trying to push people out of watching wrestling. What I'm saying is that if you're going to make an all wrestling bars card, don't just rap about WWE. Don't. You'll gain more fans if you rap about more of the stuff that goes on in the pro, because WWE is not the end all be all. Rap about the other stuff too. Make people want of all, like you're trying to gain a bigger following. Make people watch more of what you're doing by watching more of wrestling. If you take this wrestling thing seriously, you need to be rapping about all the stuff that goes on. You can't call yourself a wrestling bar king and all you know is WWE. You can't. I'm sorry. You cannot do that. But don't worry. I'm going to give you guys 6 months to prove to me, the actual wrestling bar king, the wrestling bar god, I'm going to say the wrestling bar king, that you are the wrestling bar king, Tay-Rock. All you know is WWE. You don't watch wrestling enough. Do your homework. That's final. When anything else in battle rap, that's all you. You're at the top of the mountain. When it comes to wrestling and making battle rap references in battle rap format, that you cannot call yourself the wrestling bar king. You just started watching wrestling like a couple years ago. That's not you. All you know is WWE. There's nothing wrong with that. But you call yourself the WWE bar king. And even then, you ain't that either. There are other people who came either before me or after me that rapped about all of wrestling. Japanese Jesus in Texas, 3SK in Boston, 3PFD, Laugh and Stalk. Until you beat one of those people, it ain't you. These people, real deal. You know what I'm saying? But these people are the popular cream of the crop. But as far as the pure form of it, they're just the popular ones. You put people in there who actually know their history, who actually know everything that there is to know about pro wrestling, it's a different story. You guys are the top performers, but your references are not there with the people who purely do this. Do you understand? This is not a slight to anybody. It's the simple fact that day in and day out, when I see wrestling references in battle rap, I expect to be impressed. And I have not been impressed with what I've been seeing. Because aside from the things that I named, which was Tay-Rock's scheme at Massacre 6, Saga versus Dan Marino, and the Halloween Havoc battles, and a couple other things, I hear the same references all the time. Clip longer than, oh, just make some wrestling reference to, like, I've done that. I did that in 2021. Get stronger to clip longer than an Undertaker entrance. No. That was a throwaway bar that I threw in there at the last minute. I didn't even want to say that, because if somebody would have said that, I'd have been like, yo, that wasn't it. And I'm telling you, that came from me. But then when I said I ain't emotional, I have a hair trigger, I get pissed off in many ways, Jeff Hardy, nigga, I will flip off anything. Come on now. Who's saying it like that? None of them. And that's why I have such a big chip on my shoulder, which I shouldn't have, because these people put a lot of time into what they do. But for somebody who is overly critical of myself, overly critical of what others say about wrestling, I would like to see more skill applied to it. I want to see someone write a double scheme about WWE and AEW and make it a triple scheme about New Japan Pro Wrestling and then quadruple it about TNA Wrestling. Nobody can do it. All you'll do is throw in wrestlers' names and call it a scheme. That's not a scheme. It has to mean something. That's been my mind state. That's been the thing that I've done. And having AJ Francis as part of that, it's like, yo, we got somebody who's actually in the business. His references are going to hit a lot harder because he's in the business. He's seen it. He knows these people. I'm not knocking these people, because these people are talented battle rappers, way better than me as overall battle rappers, every last one of them. But when it comes to the wrestling part of battle rap, they're not better. And I'll prove it. I called it. Never mind. That's not important. The fact of the matter is, that's my goal, to prove that I ain't. But here's the thing. Another thing is, even if I prove it, and when I do, it means nothing. But in my mind, it means everything to me, because as somebody who watches wrestling religiously, watches the matches, I study them. We do fantasy booking with the fans. We talked about AJ Francis's career. None of you guys who really follow him don't know more, know more than I do, because we know the same amount of things. But it's for the people who sit there and judge him because he put his life on the line, not knowing his life was at risk during that SmackDown match when he flipped over the top rope. And then they wrote him off as a failure, as a bust, and then did not look at the work he did in MLW, did not look at the work that he did in GCW, did not look at what he accomplished in TNA Impact, did not look at the fact that he's still relevant in the game, and he's going to continuously be. I have a problem with that. Because talking to AJ Francis made me understand about me, because it's not about me. But I started like reflecting on my battle rap career, if we could call it that. I wasn't making money off of any of this. I made a little bit of money at battle rap, just a little bit. I'd say I'd made close to about 5,000 total. That's it. Out of the 17 years that I was doing it, I only made like 5,000 total. And that's not a lot. When there are people who make that in one night, I made it total. Because there was no value with, people didn't see value in me, so they didn't invest in me. So naturally you think, go somewhere else. I was stubborn and I still was chasing a dream. Because when people try to sell you a dream and they say, oh, we're going to do this for you, we got big plans for you, we're going to do this, I believed it every time. And I was a victim to my own dream. And that dream turned into a walk away. But when it comes to like me making wrestling references, I wanted to interview Top Dolla. He was the shining beacon of like an empty void for me, because I wanted to also be a rapper who wrestled. And this was before John Cena had come along. I knew in my heart that wrestling was the place where I was supposed to be, but I also loved battle rap. But people did not want me in battle rap. I was not the choice. People looked at me and was like, he's not the guy. He's not what we're looking for. And for so many years, I tried to prove people wrong, and I did. But there is this. I got into wrestling to understand what I loved more. Was it wrestling or battle rap? Obviously, it's wrestling. I'm really good at battle rap, but I don't really champion it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this right here, this is something that instantly just, I know in my heart that that's where I need to be. And I can't let that part go until I get it. However, I think that it's going to happen to me. I think that I'm going to get on one of these cards. I'm not going to beg though, but I get too passionate about something that I know I want to prove that I'm the best at. There's one small thing in battle rap that I know I can do better than anybody else, and I want to prove it, but I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to get to that point. But that's neither here nor there. AJ showed me a lot in such a small amount of time. And when we talked about what he's done, some of the matches that we've seen him in, some of the things that we've seen him do, he doesn't get the respect. And it's my job to let everybody else know that there is going to be trouble coming very soon to everybody who even wants to jump in the ring and make me look like I don't belong. I believe so much in myself about this that I'm willing to die for it. I am. But I believe it in my heart that I am the best. Not the best battle rapper. Absolutely not. But I'm the best battle rapper at doing wrestling references. That's what I'm the best at. That's it. The best battle rapper? Absolutely not. I will never achieve that. The best battle rapper at doing wrestling references? That's achievable. That's achievable. That can be done. I want to thank AJ Francis for allowing me to interview him, and the Marks with Mikes podcast for letting me interview AJ. It was me, JT, and Just, and all three of us had interviewed AJ, and we had a lot of good questions for him, and that interview is going to be coming out real soon. Real soon. As far as I'm concerned, AJ, I've never battle rapped a wrestler before. But if the money's right, which it will be, maybe we'll see each other down the line. Maybe. But for right now, I'm just a podcaster who battle raps. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. This is the Humble Roses podcast. And I want to leave some tidbits. Too often we give ourselves up and we surrender to our own dreams. And as you saw, sometimes I surrender into my own ideology. It's not necessarily an ego. It's just confidence in what you believe you can do better than someone. Just because you have the necessary traits that make you better. But there's always going to be somebody out there that's better. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody better. Do I believe that? Yes. But in the meantime, think about this. It's the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is the greatest thing that you can give yourself. If you believe, if you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So think about those $1 million checks that you want to get. Think about that new job that you want to get. Think about that new promotion, that new car, everything. Those you finally might have got your keys to your new house, your new apartment, your new condo, or you're working towards it. But understand that you work hard, give and take, know when to take and know when to give. The Humble Roses has been a great podcast for me because there's different layers of myself that I still internally struggle with. And sometimes I crash out for no reason. Some things it's just not a hill I need to die with. I don't think at any time during my life that I regret anything that I've ever said. I can't regret things that I've said. They were said for a reason. I'm way too passionate about things that other people are not as passionate about. But what I will say is that you, the person watching this, you have to understand that you have a goal in life that you need to achieve. And you have a purpose that you need to push yourself towards. And if you push yourself a little bit more than what you're used to, the result can be rewarding. We don't really have a lot of time on this earth. And I know I certainly don't. Every day we die very slow. All of us. Death and taxes are imminent. Understand that when you lay down, you got to think, oh, this is it. Have I done everything I was supposed to? And if you say no, then you've wasted the gift of life. Achieve what you want. Don't worry about everybody else. A lot of people just don't want to see you succeed at something because they know they can never get up and do it themselves. Don't worry about them. Focus on you. Focus on what you want. Be selfish, but know when to be humble and know when to give back. Selfishly chase greatness. Chase greatness and be selfish about it, but be humble in your approach. I was not practicing what I preached because I selfishly want something, and I was not humble in my approach. But I say it to you because I realize my flaws. And it's ironic that the podcast is called The Humble Roses. But I have a hard time giving roses to a community that is vilified, disrespected, tainted my name, and I still continue to engrave myself into it. What good is your word if you can't follow what you preach? You see, that was the one time that I let myself crash out and get the best of me. But it won't happen again. You can be confident about something that you're good at, but you also have to tell the truth. And that's exactly what I did. My word is good, but there are things that I need to tweak. I have no problem giving roses. I mean, I did, but I don't settle for mediocrity. That's the thing. And I never will. And neither should you. My name is Dallas Cash. This is the Humble Roses podcast. I want you guys to follow me on Twitter at King Dallas Cash. I'm tomorrow is K-pop night. Yes, I am going to try to understand K-pop. So I got Angel and Taryn coming on from the Live Dom Legion to assist me with that, and that is going to be an interesting show. So I love you guys. I'm going to leave you with this. It's better to be right about something that others are wrong about, but it's worse to be wrong about something that everyone else is right about. But it's also better to give roses when people are alive than when they are dead. And with that, I'm out.